Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and I have fantastic news for you if you're looking for some entertainment, and I've got some bad news for you if you happen to be a Land Rover fan. Yes, the Defender broke down yet again, the third time in the first year of ownership and about 10,000 miles. So we're going to talk about what broke this time. And so yeah, with that being said, before we get in this video, as always, if you're going to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Well, here she is, our 2023 Defender 110 with the Explorer pack and all of the other fancy off-roader options. And it's kind of like parked funny here in the driveway because my wife tried to take it out and yeah, it just was not having it. And before we get into what is broken right now, I want to actually talk about the last thing that broke because I actually haven't made a video about it. I was going to make a video this weekend before this happened, but I mean, this just makes the situation a whole lot juicier. So we got to actually pop the hood because the first thing that broke that we already have fixed actually pertains to something under the hood. So this is the first time we have had something wrong with the Defender that is not related to the steering system. But wow, that is way dirtier than I thought it would be. Look at all the leaves there. Definitely needs a little bit of a detail. But anyways, one of the coolant lines, or a couple of the coolant lines, I might be off a little bit, but basically coolant lines were broken or disconnected or something, and so they had to be replaced. The Defender gave us a warning sign saying that it was low on coolant, and yeah, it was because of the coolant lines, and that has already been fixed. And I do want to give Land Rover props. It gave us a low coolant light, and we actually had service anyway, so we took it in for servicing. The Defender did not act up whatsoever. Like, it ran perfectly fine, and so I will give Land Rover props in that. The fact that the vehicle was able to handle everything perfectly fine, didn't overheat or anything, even though the coolant was low because of one of the coolant lines broke. Obviously, a coolant line breaking is not cool, but the fact that it was still able to drive, I mean, imagine if you're in an off-road situation and that happens, like the peace of mind of being able to get back home, I think that's pretty cool. And anyways, now we get to the fun part with the Defender, and that is what is broken right now. So let us start her up. Jeez, wife's got gangster rap playing. Well, I guess we'll get this put to my seat. The memory seat function still works. So the power steering, and you can see lane assistance not available. The power steering in the Defender, as you can see, does not work. This is the second time that the power steering system has broken on the Defender. So you've probably noticed at this point that I'm not acting upset, and that's because I'm genuinely not upset with this situation. It's a little bit frustrating, it's a little bit annoying, but we had this happen in the first 150 miles of ownership where the power steering just stopped working. And so it's not like super concerning to me because I know exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to call Land Rover's roadside assistance. They're going to bring in a tow truck. The Defender's going to get towed to the dealership. The dealership's going to do some diagnostic stuff. They're going to find a fix for it or something, you know, something's going to happen. They'll get it fixed and then the Defender will be back. So like, for me, it's not a big deal. But with that being said, based on how many things have broken in the last year and how many, let's see, we've got 10,600 miles on it. This does put me in the mindset of, I don't know if I want to keep this for the 4 years that we were planning on keeping it. That's how long the warranty is, because I don't know if I want to keep dealing with calling tow truck. I mean, it's only the second time because the coolant thing, like I said, we were able to drive it to the dealership, no problem. But these two times, you know, probably do a tow truck. Actually, I think this will be fun. I'm going to strap on the GoPro and I'm going to see if I've got the muscle to drive this without the power steering, because maybe I could drive it to the dealership. I don't know if that's a good idea, but let's see if I can at least move it. Okay, so let's see if I can even, oh, I can actually turn this without, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, it's definitely got some weight to it. This is the, how cars used to be, no power steering. I mean, you definitely have to use quite a bit of muscle. Oh man, that is a big, I don't know if I'd feel safe, because that was like a substantial tug that I felt. Man, talk about a forearm workout. Holy crap. Man, good thing I've been hitting the gym lately. Feels like it's easier to turn the other side than this side for some reason. This is so hard. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. You know, once you're up and moving, it's not bad. It's honestly not that bad. It's just the whole, it's just the whole getting it to turn to get up and move situation. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel like I can't be precise. I don't know if I'd feel like I think the Land Rover dealership's like 30-40 miles from where I live. I don't know if I'd feel comfortable driving out to that. I mean, we'll see. Well, again, we're going on our little demo drive here. I know lane assistance is not available. Ooh, that feels kind of sketchy. Okay, like for those of you that drove like no power steering pickup trucks back in the day, was it this scary to drive, like where you just feel like you kind of turn the wheel and the vehicle doesn't exactly do what you are hoping for it to do? Like you turn the wheel and it just doesn't turn enough. I don't know. I don't think I'd feel comfortable driving the, I mean, most of it's interstate, so you're just going straight anyways. But oh my gosh. I mean, it's honestly not that, like, I think I can maybe get used to this. But the one thing I will say is, like, if you had to like do an evasive maneuver, that's not really gonna happen. Man, power steering might have saved more lives than I'm not saying this is factual, but like I'm just thinking about this, like seatbelts have done a lot for safety, airbags have done a lot, but I'm wondering how many lives have been saved by power steering, because like the amount of like reaction that I can do with the vehicle with power steering versus without power steering, I mean, it's substantially different. But outside of the power steering not working, like, the car drives perfectly fine. There's literally nothing wrong with it. No check engine. I mean, again, other than it says that the lane keep assist doesn't work. No check engine lights. Like, it's driving normal, perfectly normal. This is the thing about Land Rovers, though, is that it's, you know, the powertrain. I mean, again, like I said, outside of the coolant thing, I've read on forums, the powertrains with these seem to be really reliable. They work. It's just the gosh darn computers that struggle to communicate with each other. And I'm sure that's what's happening, is one computer's not communicating with another computer properly. Maybe it's because it got cold outside. Who knows? Who knows what happened? But for some reason, yeah, and again, this is the second time this has happened on this, so it's not like it's an isolated event. Okay, this turn has me kind of nervous because it's tight. It is a tighter turn. Okay, let's see. Not gonna be too bad. You know, I could get used to this. Man, I wonder how big my like biceps and forearms would be if I just, you know, I'll call up the dealership. I'm not bringing the Defender in. I'm just gonna drive this, and then just like show up and you're just like yoked because you've been driving without power steering. I mean, this vehicle weighs, I think the gross vehicle weight rating is almost 7,000 pounds, and so I can't remember. I mean, I'll check that. I think this weighs like just over, I think just under or just over 6,000 pounds in terms of the weight of the vehicle itself. So it's a pretty chunky thing. But yeah, I mean, other than like I have to put a lot of muscle into it, it's not too bad. It is not too bad. It's kind of fun though. But again, it is nerve-wracking because like you get any sort of reaction, and it's like with a regular car, if something happens in the road and it kind of pulls the wheels a little bit, it's like you can overpower it very easily. Whereas this, it's like you're having to use all of your muscle to kind of overpower it. So it's a little bit different. It's definitely a little bit different. I guess I'll do this last turn and then we'll kind of, this is a weird video for me to make. Then we'll sum it up. Ben Hardy's Defender review without power steering. Man, I don't know. I feel like so much respect for the Good old country boys driving the big trucks off-road and everything without power steering. Because man, that takes some serious muscle. I'm just imagining trying to like turn no power steering like up a rock obstacle or something, and you're not really moving and you're just having to just pure muscle. Man, that's cool. Let me know, guys. Such a weird video. I guess we'll, yeah, I guess we can just close off here. I don't really care. This was just to inform you guys of what's happening and to show it. I mean, I'll talk to my wife. I'll see kind of what she's doing, but I'm probably just going to call a tow truck. Because, I mean, you got free roadside assistance anyways, so why not use it? Oh my gosh. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this situation. Let me know what you think we should do. I'm considering trading the Defender now because, again, 10,600 miles, 3 separate, you know, 2 issues that were the same, the power steering, and then, you know, the coolant line. I just don't know. Again, it's covered under warranty. That's the other thing. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. It's all covered under warranty, so it's not like it's money out of my pocket. And you know, we've got lucky enough we have the Jeep still, so my wife can drive the Jeep, so it's not like she doesn't have a vehicle to drive. And that's the other reason why I'm not really like upset, because it's like it's not like she's stranded. But yeah, let me know what you think. I mean, I'm kind of thinking we might do a little bit of car shopping or something this weekend. I don't know. I'm on the fence, but there's your no power steering review Defender. And yes, Ben Hardy has the muscle to all those people that call me soft, I've got the muscle to drive a car without power steering. It's a little bit of work, but I can do it.